Yo! I think I just knocked over his vinyl. Hold on. This is real time. I don't want to ruin whatever stuff this is. We're still applying vinyl to the store, so here's some right here. Episode number 8. Yeah. Episode number 8, Ask the Boss. A lot of good questions again. So let's get right to it. Mr. Patrick, speak loudly to the camera. Oh, by the way, so DNC, Dulles Nutrition Corner, will be open this Saturday. The snow pushed us back about a week. We're still getting in a little inventory. You can come through. Do you need to get through? See, real time, we still have workers here putting vinyl up. Terry, you want to say hi to the camera? Come on, say hi to the interwebs. He's shy. He's camera shy. We'll have Will, our camera guy. He'll say hi to the interwebs. You can plug your company. Okay, so Patrick, go.
All right, a lot of good questions this week. So we're just going to roll with it. Let's see. At ACL.
Speak to the camera, silly.
With all that you have accomplished so far in competing, and now your supplement line in stores is there, with your supplement stores and supplement line, is there still something you haven't achieved that you would like to? Great question.
So I really would like, some people want a Lambo. I want a Bob Ross painting. Sorry, we were talking about this today. I love Bob Ross with his happy little trees. So, but on a serious note, I will have a Bob Ross painting one day.
Soon.
Soon. Is there anything I'd like to accomplish? I feel like we're just getting started. I don't even feel like we're here yet. Things are changing on a monthly basis. I drive Steph crazy because I'm always hyped up about the next thing. It seems like every month there's something huge coming up, and we have ideas for more stores and building buildings and opening gyms and taking over the world and things like that. So we're just excited about what we're doing, and it's really easy to get excited about these things because we really love what we do. So is there anything that I really want to accomplish? That's tough. I really want to take Core to be one of the top brands. I want to educate people. I don't care about, the money's nice and all, but and the sales are nice, but I really want it to go more widespread. I want people to understand why Core Nutritionals is such a great company and what we're trying to do. I want people to understand our mission. So really, that's what I want to do. I want to continue to educate more people. On a personal note, I don't know. I feel like I have accomplished a lot of things, and I'm not. I don't have any ridiculous goals, financially or beyond kind of just continuing our mission. I really want to continue to, build a great place to work. One of the things that I'm going through now is, working on benefits for all my employees, 401k, health insurance, and there's a lot that goes into that. And, that's something that I want to, I'm really proud about, is being in a position to roll those things out. And so that the people that are working so hard for, my initial dream and my initial cause who've now bought into it, they're also, reaping the rewards. So that is something that, I'd like to continue. I'd like to continue, really, making my employees feel like they are a part of something great and, can build their careers here. But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't even know if I answered that question. That was kind of a loaded question. It was a good question. I haven't really thought about it. Steph and I will sit down at night sometimes and talk about what do we want to do? We really could live anywhere in terms of geographically, with what we do. And, we really like where we live in Northern Virginia. And, it's tough. We still kind of are just like, we're 36 now, so there's still a lot of time to think about that. So again, sorry if I didn't answer your question, ACL, but that's the best I could do.
Good. Just I think the important part is just never being complacent, always wanting more, just to grow. All right. So next question at Joshua GLLM.
Will, you can come through.
All right, guys.
Will, DTI Technologies.
How you guys doing? All right, Pat.
All right, Will. I'll see you, man. All right. So Joshua GLLM. I think that's Josh Gilliam. How often do you pose during the off season and during contest prep?
Never during the off season.
Never. You don't ever look at yourself.
I pose naked in front of the mirror every night. No, I mean I don't pose. Posing is the worst part about bodybuilding, to be honest with you. Maybe once in a while in the gym I'll hit a front double bicep or a side chest or something, but I don't pose in the off season. There is no off season. I don't pose in the growth season. But during pre-contest, they're probably around, as soon as far out as 16 weeks, I start posing every day, and I'm posing for at least 20 minutes. I think that's really important. I think that really helps bring in the conditioning, and helps bring in some more lines. About 16 weeks out, 15 weeks out, pre-contest, and in the growth season, I don't do it.
All right. Let's see. At BWaddis9, are test boosters beneficial for younger adult males who already have higher test levels? So ranges 18 to 25 years old is what he says.
Yes and no. So, I generally don't recommend, I don't recommend test boosters really for anyone below 21 because their test levels are so high. With that being said, we've done blood work with people who have taken Core Alpha. And again, this is not a super controlled study, so I'm not claiming anything ridiculous here. But we have done just some simple before and afters, keeping everything else the same, diet, other supplements the same, take your test levels, run core tests for 8 weeks, take them after. And, we have shown over 100% increase in tests from taking Core Alpha alone from people that have low test levels, so in the 300 range. We've also done it with people who have higher test levels, 600, 700, and there we still show some increase in tests, but it's smaller. It's like 25 or 30%. But for me, if 25% is better than 0%, greater. So I think there are some benefits for taking test boosters, even though you're at the higher range. And also, a lot of the test boosters have anti-estrogen properties, which can control the estrogen, which can just give you that little bit of that harder look. So there are definitely benefits to it.
Yeah. So Brandon, call me. Need a staff. All right. A couple people asked some questions about Core
Thirsty
ZZZ.
tonight. Yeah.
All right. So we have one question from
Appletini. Could be my new favorite.
Doug interrupts everything I do. I'm trying to ask questions.
He's just so slow with reading these. Come on, Patrick, let's go.
I can't read their names. NASR Jewelers Powerlifter. Hope I got that right. Is it necessary to do a shake before bedtime, Core Pro, with Core ZZs, or space them out, or just eliminate one? Which would you recommend?
So, Core ZZs will work best on an empty stomach. And what does that mean? That's hard because everyone, I myself included, I do Core Pro before bed with some peanut butter, and usually some Fiber One as well, and maybe even some blueberries. So maybe even some fat-free Cool Whip and some puffins and other goodie snacks. But so realistically, it works best away from carbs. So the L-Dopa in there is basically helps increase dopamine in the brain. But when you're taking carbs and you have that insulin spike, it kind of can blunt the result, some of the benefits of the L-Dopa in there. Additionally, I just find that I feel like it hits me harder. I get that more of that GABA, shortness of breath, that you get, which some people scares them. I actually like it when I don't eat something right before it. So I try to spread it out. I've also experimented with taking it kind of before my last meal, like a half an hour before I eat. For me, I've stopped eating immediately before I go to bed. Usually it's like an hour and a half or an hour and a half before I actually go to bed. So like if I go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm eating my last, meal or shake around 8 o'clock. So then I do my nighttime Z's, right before bed. So I try to leave, a good rule of thumb and what I tell people is leave an hour in between for best results. It's not to say that it's not going to have some benefit, taking it right on top of the food, but I like to leave an hour.
All right. So the next person asks, Super Hulk 86, how much recommended of hours of sleep do you need for Core Z's?
Well, so I've started taking, even before Core Z's came out on the market and when I had it in beta test, I would find that it's great to take these sleep aids when you have a long period of time where you can actually sleep in. However, I find when I know I have to get up at a certain period of time, like maybe somewhat early, I know that I need to get good sleep because I'm not going to get as much. So the sleep that I do get has to be quality. I would say if you're not getting 6 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep, I probably wouldn't even take it. I really think the sweet spot on sleep is dependent on the person. Like me, I really think my sweet spot is probably 9 hours. I really never get that. But I think 8 hours would be ideal, but really for me it's like I will take it when I know that I have to get up and I can't kind of just roll around bed in the morning, and when I have to get up and go somewhere, if I can get 7.5, 8 hours, that's when I would take the Core Z's.
All right, man. Well, I think
that's it?
Wraps up. I mean, I got a couple more.
Come on, keep going. I'm good to go.
You're good to
I
go?
just had my steak and my rice and my post-workout meal.
Adrian Vo, can I join Core Nutritionals? Hey, info at Core Nutritionals, man. If you want to join the team.
Yeah, you might want to send a little more info than that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that one. Rasmus Lind. Do you do any fascia stretching or massage stretch? We've talked about that before.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. I'm a big believer in active release and Thai massage, and I think fascia stretching is great, especially when you have blood in there. And so I do that, but it's not like a real conscious, like FST7 training or something like that. But I do some deep stretching for sure.
Somebody wants to know how much protein intake they should be at. High carb life, what protein intake do you recommend?
What protein intake? Again, it depends on the person. I think when I first started bodybuilding, I was a complete bro, and I was like, man, I got to get 2 grams per pound of body weight. So I had to have like 450 grams of carbs a day, protein a day. You don't need that much. My protein now is probably around 300. To be honest with you, right now I don't even track it, but it's probably around 300. And so, and I'm about 215 or so now. I think, 1.25 is a good spot to 1.5 at the max is what you need, in terms of grams per pound of body weight.
Chris Chachi.
Yep.
Are you down to get a lift with some Marines in Quantico?
Sure. We just got to find a time.
Hey, Chris, how about we talk about getting a booth, or a demo from the Nutrition Corners in Quantico?
Or we could even come down, and if we can get in front of some people, and we'd be happy to put on a little nutrition seminar or something like that. A little tour for the Marines. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That is all. I think that was
all right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for getting those questions in quick. Until next time, crush it.